This is chapter 24 of Fall in Love with the Empress. In the Golden Palace, the Emperor has fallen into Weiying's arms. Your Majesty? Why it feels so familiar when I hold the Emperor in my arms? Ying, just let me do this. Just slow down. Weiying touches the Emperor's forehead. It's so hot. Your Majesty, should you go to the royal doctor? The servant adds on into the conversation. Yes, Your Majesty. You are not in good health. It is windy and rainy outside. Those servants are not worth wasting your energy on. The Emperor is just happy with how Weiying is treating her. No matter how heartless she looks, he's still worried about me when I'm sick. Fusho, there's no need to call the imperial physician. Just go and prepare the carriage. I want to see what those bastards want to do. Outside at the palace gate, there are many servants kneeling down. Grand Secretary, how long shall we kneel? Will the young emperor really be forced to abolish the new policy? The leader of the rebellion is Zhang Yu. Just do as I say. The little emperor wants to cultivate his own power. The new policy is promulgated. Lowly civilians will also be able to become officials. These people are favored by the little emperor and are a threat to us. Where's Zhang? His Majesty is really here. Everyone, go on. When the emperor arrives at the palace gate, everyone starts to scream at him. The new policy cannot be implemented. It is against the law of our ancestors to appoint officials regardless of their origin. If your Majesty does not withdraw your order, I will have to report to the late emperor. Your Majesty, think about this. Weiying looks at the emperor, thinking about the unbalanced nature of the world. People in the world say that women are weak by nature, but the sisters in the palace are clearly better than men. If women can take responsible for a country, maybe it's not impossible. Meaning that Weiying knows that the emperor is a woman. They were not seen in the frontier battles, nor were they seen when the people were in dire straits. When the interests are affected, they all rush to come before me and show their loyalty to the emperor and the country. It's really annoying. Do you hate it too? So if you come, what will you do with them? How can I know this? Isn't he your unfilial son? That is also your Majesty's unfilial son. I have no idea what is an unfilial son. Well, then I'll teach our unworthy descendants a lesson on behalf of Ying. Weiying turns to Gongdo. Gongdo, is this dog emperor taking advantage of me? Hit me with it. The emperor is referring to the crowd to hear the complaints. Lord Zhang, didn't you see that as long as we act collectively, your Majesty will not blame you? I have an old mother and a young child. Your Majesty, please spare my life. As the friend of Lord Zhang touches his shoulder. Let me go! I still have something to say to His Majesty. Your Majesty is still with that seductive concubine. Honest words are unpleasant to hear. Your Majesty, please do not punish us loyal ministers. The new policy has shaken the foundation of the country. Your Majesty turned a deaf ear and was even more addicted to beauty. He took one Weiying, the demon concubine of the harem, to his side. The country will not be a country. The emperor gets upset with his comments about Weiying. Zhang Yu, what did you say? Regardless of one's background as an official, what is shaken is not the foundation of the country, but only threatens the status of officials like you who are just sitting in the office and doing nothing. Weiying turns to Gongdo. Well, Zhang Yu, you keep on saying that I am the demon concubine. Gongdo, please help me change 2 gray. Say one word and mean one mind. Cards. Gongdo activates the card. Say one thing, mean another is an effect. The crowd begins to say what is on their mind. Even if your Majesty doesn't like it, I still had to say it. Please, your Majesty. Lord Zhang is right, your Majesty. Punish me. Nothing short of death can appease the wrath of heaven and the resentment of the people. Lord Zhang is right, your Majesty. Everyone is confused as to why the crowd has said that. Why did I say? Is there such a requirement? Conceal your achievements and fame. Adults are really loyal to the country. So brave. Your Majesty, spare my life. That's not what I mean. I'm confused. I know it's wrong. The death penalty can be avoided, but the living punishment could not. One person will be caned 30 times, and Zhang Yu, who gathered a crowd to cause trouble, will be caned 60 times. Fusho returned to the palace. Weiying and the emperor returns to the Nourishing Heart Hall. Ying. The emperor touches her face. With you, strange things always happens, just like before, even if you don't remember. She falls onto Weiying. But you treat me, it's always good. Why, it always feels so familiar. As Weiying has the emperor in her arms. Fusho, His Majesty fainted! Later on at night, the emperor is in bed, while Fusho has arrived with ginger soup. Noble Lady Ying, I will serve you ginger soup to get rid of the cold. Put more sugar in the ginger soup so it's not too bitter. How come everyone knows that I don't like to suffer? That's annoying, Fusheng. As Weiying is holding the Emperor's hand. It is as it should be. Your Majesty has been working hard and has many dreams. The nobles should shoulder more. The Emperor is talking in her sleep. Don't go. Don't. It's really a soft mouth. Probably because Weiying was to kiss the Emperor. Don't leave me again. Don't cry. I won't leave you again. As Weiying wipes the tears of the Emperor. And that is the end of the chapter. All the translation credits belongs to me.